anyone wants to have happen through the holiday season is to get sick, and nobody wants to have to pay a visit to a place like this, the emergency room at a nearby hospital. The wait times are very long, and at this time of year they are especially long, especially when people don't know what the alternatives are. Whether it's the holiday baked goods or 'tis the season of nasty winter weather, when you're sick, a trip to the emergency may seem like the only option.
We see kind of a 30 to 40% bump over what we would see routinely, even in the wintertime. So we're seeing lots of kids.
Sick Kids Hospital sees what they call a surge during the holidays every year, as does almost every hospital. The numbers of patients and the wait times for care increase. The average wait time for ERs in Ontario before being seen by a doctor is 1.6 hours. The overall length of stay for those not admitted can be up to 4 hours.
We're trying to empower them to look for alternatives outside of the ED, really the right care at the right time, at the right place.
Sick Kids has even put together an educational campaign aimed at telling people when they should and should not make their way to emergency. They say more than 2 out of 3 medical concerns could be addressed somewhere other than emergency, like at an urgent care clinic or family doctor. Things like a fever or flu, aches and pains, or an ankle sprain, for instance.
There's a lot of reliance on the emerge departments, and part of the reason for that is a lot of other healthcare service providers might be closed or have reduced hours.
Ryan Doherty and his team at Empower Health have been collecting data for 5 years, creating an interactive and mapped out website to help find healthcare when and where people need it.
We noticed specifically related to holidays and surge, there was a big gap in terms of information that was available to patients.
Holidayhours.ca identifies walk-in clinics, pharmacies, medical labs, family doctors, and physiotherapists as alternatives to a trip to the hospital. All the more reason to perhaps check that list of symptoms twice before furthering the case of holiday blues in the wait room.
It's just recognizing that we're in this state of being very, very busy. And if it's an issue that can really be delayed, it should be delayed. So things like wondering about a second opinion or looking for a referral.
Now have a look at that code on your screen right now. What we want you to do is take out your phone. You can hold up your camera lens to that code on your screen and you'll get more information on our story. It will take you to CityNews.ca, provide that information, and there we actually have an infographic that Sick Kids has put together to help you decide whether or not you have the symptoms to go to an ER.